Listen to the meat, listen to the little things.
We know there are many choices in internet radio, and the staff and host of LA Talk Live would like to thank you for choosing the internet's hottest destination for the most eclectic sound and invigorating talk. This is LA Talk Live. We are more than just talk.
Listen to the meat, listen to the little things. Listen to the angels speak. Listen to the meat, listen to the little things that seek you.
Hello, America, and hello, world. I'm James Kinney, your host of Living at 30,000 Feet here on LA Talk Live, where we are more than just talk. Basically, what that means is that a lot of people do a lot of yapping and other people do a lot of action. And we're on the latter part of that statement, that we like to do action. Really exciting today. It's Thursday, January 17th. We're in the nitty-gritty of 2013. I know a lot of people are really excited. They're making plans, New Year's resolutions. According to most statistics, most people right now have already failed or are beginning to fail their New Year's resolutions. So I'm hoping the 240,000 plus listeners that we have out there on the internet, Facebook, YouTube, etc. Hello. Say hi to them, Karen.
Hi.
Hi,
everybody.
I'm going to introduce our special guest here soon, but to our 240,000 plus fans, we just want to thank you for tuning in. And your New Year's resolutions, don't stop. Don't give up. You can keep losing that weight. You can start to read more. You can organize your closet. Whatever it is that you said that you want to do this year, stop drinking less. You can do it. Or not stop drinking less. Stop drinking as much. You can do it. So this is our station ID. If you guys want to get into the radio business and television business, this first part of the show is what we call station ID. We come in, we say who we are, what we're about, what we're going to do, how it's going down, and then we pay some bills. And the amazing thing is that we've got some cool ass music playing in the background. And we're going to talk about that when we come back from our commercial break. I'm James Kinney here, living at 30,000 feet on LA Talk Live, where we are more than just talk.
Wake up from the sleep.
Young Connection, your one-stop connection for all your graphic design and commercial printing needs. Young Connection is a full-service printing and media design company dedicated to providing the highest level of customer service and satisfaction. Young Connection provides swift response and rapid turnaround services for banners, brochures, business cards, letterheads, church bulletins, funeral programs, flyers, logo design, posters, and much more, all at an affordable price. Young Connection, the official printing company of LA Talk Live. Give them a call at 310-491-3336. That's 310-491-3336, or visit their website at www.youngconnection.com. That's www.youngconnection.com. Young Connection Printing and Media Services, proud sponsors of LA Talk Live, where it's more than just talk.
In front of me.
And welcome back to Living at 30,000 Feet. Once again, I'm your host, James Kinney. You can follow me on Twitter at James N. Kinney, as in Nick. My firm, of course, is Kinney Group Creative at KGCNY. Go to our website, KinneyGroupCreative.com. We have some really amazing clients that we're about to launch in 2013, so we're really excited. As you know, the purpose and the point of Living at 30,000 Feet is to explore and understand entrepreneurs, creatives, people with class, people with culture, and people with style, and get into their heads and understand a little bit about their journey, where they have been, where they're going, and possibly how Kinney Group Creative can help. But it's really more just an open-ended conversation of understanding keys to success and the journey that is success. So I will put a brief pause, and I'm going to ask for some applause from my man Ness on the boards. Now you may be asking, what is all this applause for? And it is for Miss Karen Gibson Roc. Ladies and gentlemen, really, really excited and honored to have Karen in the studio today. For those of you who may know her, then I don't have to tell you how extraordinarily gifted this young and beautiful poet, singer, songwriter, musician, designer, mother, entrepreneur, and motivational spirit is. For those of you who don't know her, I just told you about her. She is on Lemongrass Music out of Deutschland, and that's Germany, for those of you who in America who have never left our borders. She has 4 albums to date, and she just released an album which I've listened to myself called Cool of the Day, and I think we all need a little cool. So, Karen, how are you today?
I'm fantastic.
Good.
Yeah.
Fantastic is a really good word, isn't it?
Yes.
That's better than good. It's better than great. I'm fantastic.
There's a guy standing in the line getting coffee, and the woman asked him, oh, I'm sorry, it was at the fabric store.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, how are you? And he said, fantastic. And I was like, wow. And so I've kind of been dragging that around for myself. I kind of stole it from him.
It's contagious, right?
Yeah, very, very.
Yeah, yeah. And then there's a, I know you and I are both, advocates of thought. And there's a big difference in just saying, I'm fantastic or I'm wonderful, than saying,
Yeah.
So I believe that you can change it even by just saying it.
Absolutely.
And you picking it up from the guy in the coffee shop.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well,
fabric store.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. The fabric store. See, but you truly are fantastic anyway. So you didn't even have to pick it up. You just woke up and you were already fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah. So what's going on in your life? Like, what's the latest, the greatest?
Oh, wow. The album was a journey getting it out. We came from New York and we had just moved out to LA, and I had no idea what was on the horizon for me besides being a mom. And I was 100% locked into that, of course. But I started getting emails and, little requests to do collaborative songwriting and with some producers out of Germany. And I just kept getting emails randomly. And they would send me music and can you collaborate with me? And I was like, well, if I'm going to collaborate with all these people, I might as well put it together on an album. And that's how it was born. And that's what has taken care of my time and space for the last couple of years. So,
wow.
Yeah. And so I found a great studio out here with this wonderful little engineer, and I went to a voiceover studio, not like a regular music studio, because it's poetry. And a lot of the time the poetry would get strangled by the music.
Right. And
so I had to learn how to make the music and the poetry marry make the relationship better.
Is that what you mean when you say a poetist or a poetic vocalist?
Yes, because I'm in the gray area. I'm in the shaded area. I don't sing and I don't do like slams. I'm not like your typical spoken word artist. Although I can do it. I can do both very well. You know, I mean, I'm not a singer, but I can hold a little note. And so I straddle the fence, and I like it there. A lot of people are like, which side do you want to be on? But I don't.
Well, what is spoken word, first? And secondly, how would you define poetry?
Well, poetry is writing from the deepest, most serene space you can find in your day-to-day. That's what poetry is for me. Taking those thoughts that dwell in the silence and then putting word to it. That's poetry. Now, spoken word is getting up. It's entertaining.
Okay.
It's taking that poetry and then making it come to life. Making it go from just reading it off the paper, a poem, reading it off to breathing differently, to giving, punches, to it's like any great singer on stage. If you see somebody standing in front of a mic and they're just like this and they're singing a song, no matter how great their voice is, you lose interest.
Right.
It's like if you see a spoken word artist and they're standing in front of a mic and just reading a poem, but then you get somebody who comes and then they bring it,
right,
and they punch their words and they say it and they use their body and That's spoken word.
It's an actual performance.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
So the difference is, just to recap for the audience, poetry is deep-seated thoughts and emotions that are translated onto paper.
That's my take. Yeah.
And digital, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yes.
Onto the iPad.
Yes. Yes.
And then the spoken word is the performance art of poetry.
I believe so. Yes.
Right. And you obviously do both.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What is it like performing your albums live?
I love performance. I think that is what even got this whole thing started for me, was just wanting to perform it.
Mm-hmm.
I was a shy person, so a lot of people in my world were looking at me crazy, like, you're gonna perform. But I think I harbored this thing my whole life,
Mm-hmm.
and then I just broke past it and went for it, and did my first performance back in New York a bunch of years ago.
That's
and
great.
Never look back.
I'm hearing a little. The word that keeps coming to me is therapy, because you said with poetry that it's deep-seated emotions and thoughts, right, that come down in a poetic sense. And of course, there's alliteration and there's rhyming and there's different tools that you use within poetry to create it. But I'm hearing that, and then I'm hearing that you were shy,
Mm-hmm.
and that after you started to write poetry and to do your poetry live as a spoken word artist and as a poetic vocalist, if you will, with a live band, with musicians, it seems like that for your life has made you blossom and really transitioned you and offered you a bit of transference as a person. Is that correct?
Absolutely. You couldn't have said it better.
Okay.
I went from just kind of coasting through life, and I didn't start performing until I was in my 30s.
Mm.
Yeah, and then for
What?
yeah.
I thought you were 30. Like I thought you just turned 30.
And for the next 14 years,
Yeah.
I didn't look back, and went to every single open mic I could find in New York City, and honed my skills. And then after that, during that time, I started working with musicians and made my first demo and the whole 9 yards.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think that's a really important thing for our listeners to understand from the perspective of what the show is about. You didn't start until you were in your 30s. I think that our society, the business climate, the political climate, and just social conditioning as it exists says, oh, well, shit, if you're past 30, you're done. You're done. Yeah. If you haven't done it before 30, it's over, and I can testify that that's not even close.
Right.
My whole life has gotten tremendously better after 30.
I agree.
Because at 30, I had my crash and burn.
Right.
And then after that, I was like, so let's rebuild this house better.
Right.
It's like Hurricane Sandy, After the hurricane comes, it's tough.
Yep.
But you got to rebuild, and a lot of people on the East Coast, because I know you're from the East Coast, it's that type of experience. So for you, I think that the beauty and the takeaway for the listener is that poetry or the performance of poetry is perhaps a way for them to expand who they are.
Absolutely.
And find a new you.
Mm-hmm.
What advice would you give to someone who's listening who has thought, I can't write poetry. I'm non-creative. I would never get in front of an audience or even do anything creative, period. How would you encourage them to say, take that first step?
You just have to do it.
Mm-hmm.
The 2 weeks before my first performance,
Mm-hmm.
I was green every day. The thought of it I would almost pass out. And
Wow.
I was beside myself, like, how am I going to do this the whole 2 weeks before? But I would not do it. So
Yeah.
you set yourself, find a venue, whatever it is creatively that you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
There's tons of internet online groups that share poetry, and I think just sharing it, letting it go, letting it out of your little book in your room, or letting it out of your head. You just have to come up with a date or a time, and you say, okay, well, I'm going to let it go at that time. And once you do, then you see that there's no stress anymore. There's no like hidden drama. Just once it gets out, then you're free. You're just like the dam that bursts. Then you just keep going with it.
And what's your website so they can read some of your poetry and contact you for mentorship and or advice?
Karen Gibson Roc. That's Karen Gibson Gibson Roc ROC. No K.
Like rock.
Yeah.
Rock, no K.
No K. .com.
That's really cool. How that happened? You must be married to someone that's really cool.
Yeah, I did get that cool name. It was a crazy little story.
That's a really cool name.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother show.
Yeah.
Husbands, kids. That's a whole nother show, girl.
Right? Done.
All right. But so KarenGibsonRoc.com, no K.
No K. All lowercase.
All lowercase.
Yes.
And there they can get your poetry, your albums, your work, and talk to you.
Absolutely. Everything jumps off from there, and I reply to every one of my emails. On Facebook, I still do my own Facebook, my own Twitter, all of that good stuff.
Yeah.
So when you're contacting me, you're truly contacting me.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about. I know you were saying that they have to just take that step and just do it. How would you say that your step into a creative lifestyle has influenced you overall, and how does that transfer into being a mother and a musician and a wife? Because I know a lot of listeners out there and a lot of people in general, we like Shakespeare say the world's but a stage and we're all players. So I'm a huge Shakespeare fan. As a matter of fact, I went to Stratford-upon-Avon by myself when I was in England. It was a 2.5-hour train ride from London, and I did it by myself just because it was one of those things I had to do. Yeah. But anyway, how does the creative lifestyle transcend into the multiple roles that you play from day to day? Because I know my sister-in-law, for example, a lot of people that I talk to say, well, man, I'm a brother, I'm a business owner, I'm a cousin. It's just hard playing all these roles and trying to do it all for everyone. What's that experience like as a woman and a creative and an entrepreneur?
I find, first of all, my first performance and group situation, my partner in life, Mr. Roc, he DJ'd.
Mr. Roc, that's a
Mr.
cool
Roc.
ass name. I wish I'm Mr. Kinney. How boring is that? I got like a proper Irish name. That's cool. But what if I was Mr. Roc? How would that make my life different? Sorry to interrupt.
I know it's too much. I get it a lot, right? He DJ'd the function, and his brother Ronnie Roc, Mr. Ronnie Roc.
Ronnie Roc, another cool name.
He brought all the musicians, and he plays every percussive instrument, and he helped me, and they were my cradle. They were my cradle from the beginning, and so I would just go to every open mic, and Ronnie would go with me. So they were there for me, and then of course we got married, and he's an artist. I probably wouldn't have married anybody who wasn't an artist, because I was so deep into making that transition in my life. It's no surprise I attracted a fellow artist.
Yeah.
And so we collaborated, we kept going, and Ronnie was my musical director for years, and it was just the flow of my life. And and being creative is one of the most important things to me. So that's been every part of it. And then along comes Jolie Lulu. Yes, Jolie Lulu Roc.
Jolie Lulu Roc.
Yes.
So she's just destined to be the new Angelina.
And so inside of all the everyday life is this creative seed that just keeps growing with this tree is beautiful, and I'm blessed, and I can juggle all these things because I have the support
of the family
unit, and they keep me grounded, and because if I didn't have them, I'd probably be some crazy person. Who knows where I'd be by myself on some road somewhere, just hanging out. But they give me purpose, and so when I go out in the world and I grab these moments, I have someone to cherish it with and bring it back home. And
but the question is, all right, are you creatively a wife? Are you creatively a mother? How do you creatively raise a child?
Absolutely. Creative is underneath everything. Jolie is drawing like crazy, so I pay attention to her.
Because you're more receptive to creative things. So versus if you were let's say just a normal business professional, quote unquote, stereotypically normal, are you saying that your sensitivity to her drawing may be less?
I of course I'm speaking for myself. Yes,
From your
I
own
believe
experience.
so. I believe that maybe her teachers or maybe somebody else might be able to see it. Hopefully they would. But I have the gift of having this family and this creative energy that I can focus on those things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the development of the people around you is enhanced because of you are a conduit of creativity.
They're enhanced and I'm enhanced.
Right, okay,
Absolutely. It's
right.
definitely a two-way. I learned so much from that little girl.
Okay.
And with Mr. Rock,
Right.
he creates the visuals. He, when it comes to the videos, when it comes to even little things like, Karen, don't send that out into the world until, you've let, is proper, because I'm one to fling everything out in the world.
You just get so excited.
Yeah, I get
right?
so excited. So, he brings something to the creative table that keeps it professional, let's say.
Right.
So,
And is that what inspired you to create Rucksack?
That's the thing that keeps my head on.
And
When I do feel like sometimes, I'm just being a wife. Oh no, for a whole week I'm just a wife. No, for a whole week I've just been a mother. But with the bags, I'm able to be like this entrepreneur, and
Right.
I put my headphones on and I listen to my music and I write while I sew. And it's like, it helps me to even travel further. Sometimes I do have to get away from the typical home life, let's say. As an artist, I have to. It's the only way I can that they can all come together.
Right. And now your bags, what how would you classify them? Is it a purse, a tote bag? I mean, for our female audience and for the male audience who's interested in purchasing one or experiencing one, how would you describe that?
I keep it pretty basic. I'm a minimalist. I don't like junky things.
Mm-hmm.
I like furniture in my home simple. I don't have a lot of furniture. I don't keep a lot of clothing. I don't keep a lot of shoes. So my bags have come from that emotion.
Now,
No clasps, no trinkets, no things. They're just totes, basic. They're all lined, fully lined. I
Okay.
do double lining so they can be reversible. And I just pick fun colors and fun patterns and mix and match them and make them bright and fun. But it's your basic tote. I want to keep it simple.
Well, hey,
Yeah.
you know what? There's genius in that.
Yeah, and keeping it simple. Yeah.
You know, it's like they say, keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah.
we make things too complicated.
Yes,
Yeah.
I definitely do believe so.
Where can we take a look at the bags?
Well, you can find them on Etsy.com. That's ETSY.com.
ETSY.com.
Right.
My baritone cuts to the mic a little better. So
Oh,
I wanted
okay.
to ETSY.com.
And you can just search the Rucksack store.
Search the Rock Store.
The Rucksack.
The Rucksack.
So again, we have THEROC
THEROC
SAC.
SAC.
No K's allowed.
No K's allowed. Is that cool?
That's great.
Is this kind of like a poet thing that we're doing right now?
It's kind of, going back and forth.
We're just going back and forth?
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
yeah.
I feel cool. Like I'm doing poetry with Karen Gibson Roc today.
You're making me laugh.
Poetry. Matt from my team, he's actually the sexy one with the bedroom voice. When he gets on the mic.
Look out.
Look at his jacket with the zipper. I mean,
I know, stylish. The pink check is really nice.
Did you know that he was in Color Me Bad?
No way. Oh.
He was in Color Me Bad. Yeah, he was the one that's saying, "I want to sex you up."
No, he's not.
I want to sex you up.
No,
Yeah,
really.
you see?
You guys are lying to me. Oh, you guys are being silly.
We're just having a little fun.
I see.
But it's believable when you hear that, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But your voice is really, really good for this.
Oh,
for real.
thanks. Yeah, thank you. Karen Gibson Roc, ROC, no K. Well, we're going to take a short station break and hear from our amazing brands that support LA Talk Live. Ladies and gentlemen, the number here is 323-247-7443. If you have a question or just want to talk to Miss Roc or myself here on Living in 30,000 Feet, we'll be right back and we'll finish up the show with Karen Gibson Roc.
Don't you wanna know who you really are? Don't you wanna know who you really are from the inside? Don't you wanna know who you really are? Don't you wanna know who you really are? Don't you wanna know who you really are from the inside? Bombarded with thoughts of what I'm supposed to be, supposed to look like. But what about how I feel and what my heart is telling me to do and to say? Sometimes I still sit in plastic puddles, weeping from my childish ways to return. So every day I sit and sing the song that I want to sing from the inside out. From the I like the way I live, especially the moments when I feel bold and in control, all natural and fly, the way God made me, no effort, no try. I'm all grown up and being an example to my little girl is what is important to me. I want to teach her to be herself, to be free, to never let anyone influence her in a way other than what she desires to see for herself deep in her heart.
People, it's Jennifer Tapia from StarCam. You guys might know me from the red carpet, catching up with all the stars, but guess what? We're bringing the red carpet to the radio right out here on LA Talk Live. I'm going live Thursday nights at 6 p.m. We got hot topics, celebrities, and much more. We were featured on Chloe Lamar on E!, Howard Stern, T.I.'s Family Hustle. You know how we do. So check it out on Thursday nights, 6 p.m. All things Hollywood, everything celebrity. StarCam Radio?
StarCam Radio? StarCam Radio!
Oh yeah, follow us on Twitter at StarCam Radio.
Hi, I'm Tash Walker, and I want you to join me every Saturday evening from 5 to 8 p.m. for Cocktails with Tash Walker, where each week is going to be a big party. Why? Come celebrate with me for the very first lifestyle entertainment sports show. And on my cocktail menu, I have special celebrity guests stopping through, and you never know who might come through, boo. It just might be one of your favorite sports celebrities. From Cocktails with Tash Walker, the entertainment lifestyle sports show. Right here every Saturday night, where we're more than just talk. We're Cocktails with Tash Walker on LATalkLive.com.
What's going on? It's your man Mello D, inviting you to join me every Thursday at 2 p.m. for my new show, Dane's World. Join us for new hip-hop, rap, as well as upcoming artists. So don't forget to tune in to Dane's World exclusively on LATalkLive.com. You can also catch us on iTunes Radio, R&B, or watch us on Ustream.tv. Reality radio, handcrafted for your listening pleasure. This is LA Talk Live, where we are more than just talk.
And now I'm sitting in the studio with Miss Roc. I'm looking at it's 12:30 on the clock, January 17, if you know what I mean. And I got Miss Karen Gibson Roc gonna sing. What?
gonna work it out.
I mean, you know, I'm retired from that game, but you know, I can go ahead and throw out a little freestyle whenever it's necessary.
That was on point.
I appreciate it. Yeah. So that was your shout out. As a thank you for being on the show. Do you have any shout outs?
Well, first of all,
okay.
I have someone would like to say hello via me.
Okay.
Washi Duke.
Oh, what? How do you know Washi Duke?
He was a drummer with me.
No.
He played my one of the biggest shows of my
little
career here.
So you told Wash that
he was out in LA. I got I sent out my newsletter and he's on the list. And he sent back, he said, I'm in LA. I'm in Venice now. I said, what?
Washington lives out here now?
Yes.
Oh my God, I didn't know that. I got to hook up with him.
Yeah, so that's what I said too.
That's so crazy. I thought of him like two weeks ago.
He's my favorite drummer.
I love
Washington. All time.
Washington was my drummer.
That's what he's saying.
Yeah, for like 6 to 8 months.
And I think your name on the newsletter caught his eye, and so he sent back. He said, "A Small World. I play with James." And then he called me. I missed the call. And then I texted him today, and I said, I'm on my way to the show. He said, please. He texted me back just before I got here, and he said, please say hello.
That's so dope. Isn't that? Man, the world is so small. Oh, my God. And they're from the crazy thing is, too, because from New York to L.A., it's like 3,600 miles. But I know so many. I was just in a meeting yesterday with this label who wants to do a new fashion line. Okay. And I was advising them on doing their global strategy or whatever. And he goes, oh, yeah, well, you know, Questlove's agent, so-and-so is my boy. So, and I was like, what? I was like, that was my roommate.
Right.
Yeah. Right. I was like, so it's like from Brooklyn to Venice.
That's right.
Or whatever. It's like the same people. And even in the business world, it gets small, and in the artist world too. And it's just really cool for me because I have so many contacts in both. Like my artist world and my business world is like all in one, and it's so cool.
But that's why this whole concept works.
That includes you.
Thank yous.
Yeah.
My friend.
Yeah.
Well, I will give my shout outs too.
And I'm definitely going to give Wash a call.
Okay, do. Well, first and foremost, I'd like to thank you for having me on the show, Mr. James Kinney. And a big shout out and thank you to LA Talk Live. This has been a wonderful experience.
Isn't it? I mean, it's really about these guys. I mean, LA Talk Live, Richard, Ness, Van, these guys who own the station, it's an amazing platform.
I think it's fantastic.
It's professional. It's cool.
Absolutely.
It's such a great experience for everyone. Yeah.
I think so, totally. A big shout out to Lemongrass Music out of Germany.
Deutschland, yeah.
Right.
Das ist sehr gut.
The label is run by two brothers, Roland and Daniel Voss.
Zwei Brüder.
I've never met them.
Oh, wow.
I've never met them, and we are working on a documentary to go to Germany and a couple other parts of the world to meet them.
Das ist sehr gut.
Yes, because they have been so supportive just via the internet. Mm-hmm. And I met them via the internet and everything. I sent them a demo and then they were on board. But the bottom line is it's spirit to spirit. Mm-hmm. How this whole thing has kept us going. Mm-hmm. And I think it's time to sit down at the table and actually meet them and thank them in person for everything they've done.
Wow.
Yeah. So we're working on a documentary to go and meet them and some of the producers that I've never met.
For all you non-believers, you can get a record deal without even meeting the owners of the record label.
Yes, you can. Because
you
it's about your spirit. It's about the heart that goes into what you're saying and what you're doing. And that's the way it's been going.
That's
and
amazing.
All of the producers that I've worked with, both here and abroad, there's just a whole bunch to name. I'm not even going to start with that. Yeah. Just a big shout out. They know who they are. And to the Facebook folks for all the wonderful comments and support. I say it all the time. I get these messages on Facebook that say, keep going, keep doing what you're doing. Yeah. And that like seriously keeps me going when I get these messages from all over the world.
Yeah.
It's really, really, I mean, people talk so much crap about Facebook, but I'm one of those ones. I'm like, you don't understand the concept of it. Right. If it levels the playing field. It brings people together.
Well, you're putting out good, so you're receiving it back.
Well,
if you put out the garbage, that's what you get back.
That's
right, Ness. Hallelujah. Sorry to get evangelical real quick. Please continue.
Last one is just, and Twitter. Just big ups to the folks who retweet. Because, people don't, there's these share buttons and retweet this and that. And, a couple of us, we share and retweet. I think there needs to be more.
Yeah.
People share.
More
retweet,
sharing in general.
More sharing in 2013.
Yes, real life sharing and digital sharing.
Absolutely. All it takes is a click.
I agree.
I think that's really important.
I agree.
And that's what's up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'd like to ask you to do something that we've never asked anyone to do before. Mm-hmm. But would you care sharing some of your poetry with us?
Of course. That's what I do.
Should we turn this track of yours down?
Yeah, I'll do it a cappella. Absolutely.
Ness, do we have a drum roll? I mean, we could just do it like this. That was really bad. Sorry. All right, there we go. Drum roll.
Okay. She is named without a name, placing her somewhere between the here and the now, not the where or the was. An awakened spirit, she walks in splendor, imparting segments of truth until her heart is empty and ready to be filled again and again and again. Deeper than the ocean and married to the sky, her name is not what you think or will ever think, so think again and meditate her name into your space, 'cause she is a word, a million words. Changing the world inside and out, her love for humanity is unencumbered and true. Her destiny is who she has already become.
Wow. And now we have that button. Now here's the cool thing about poetry and about art in general. So it's obviously about the listener's or the viewer's interpretation. Mm-hmm. What I got from that was that you were talking about, or I perceived it to be Earth.
Mm-hmm. Mother.
Oh, so I was right.
Yeah, you tuned right in.
I go to my own applause.
Yes.
Hey, high fives. Yeah, all right. Well, and that just you're.
She is named without a name.
Yeah, and you're good at what you do, so it made sense.
Thank you, dear.
There we go. Because some people, you remember on that Jay-Z Unplugged when he came on stage and he was like, "Welcome to Jay-Z's poetry reading," and then he goes, "It was cold.
I know.
It was the winter."
Yes.
those poets that are so like
yes.
abstract and esoteric, you have no idea even what they're saying.
Yes. I mean, poetry will always be abstract in some sense of the word, but I don't try to make it too difficult to feel something.
Yeah.
His
name was foil.
Yeah, and the sky is bluer than blue over the ocean.
The foil was green.
Yeah. I can make fun of it too, I'm allowed to make fun of it.
Yeah. Hey, another cool game that maybe we should do? Music is poetry.
Yes.
Obviously. Mm-hmm. Hip hop, rock.
Absolutely. I'm lyrical,
Oh, I know.
I can bust a mic into a million tiny pieces, dissecting my words to create a new verbal species. I shatter time zones and travel through spaces so fast I can't even see faces. So sit down and taste this.
Okay. Wow. Okay. I see you shining and grinding in here. Well, okay. The game that I was thinking, why don't we go, let's look up the Tom Petty lyrics.
Okay.
I just want to it'd be fun.
Okay.
Tom Petty lyrics. Here we go. Well, this is just cool to look at a songwriter, right? Like someone like Tom Petty. And then let's look at let's just look at some lyrics.
Okay.
Let's see. So many songs, obviously. Do you have any requests?
No, you choose.
Do you have a favorite Tom Petty song?
No, you choose.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah.
Let's do I don't know, some of my favorites. Free Falling. Real famous. Everyone loves that song.
Oh my God, I have a song called Free Falling too.
Do you?
Yeah.
But you're familiar with Tom Petty, right?
Yes.
Da 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 da. Yeah, okay. So she's a good. So I'm gonna have you interpret Tom Petty's Free Falling.
Go ahead.
Karen Gibson Roc style.
Okay, great. No problem.
This is cool.
Okay.
This is what we call freestyling.
Yeah.
Okay. So Karen Gibson Roc is going to perform Tom Petty's Free Falling live on LA Talk Live.
Okay. She's a good girl. Loves her mama, loves Jesus and America too. She's a good girl, crazy about Elvis, loves horses and her boyfriend too. It's a long day living in Resada. There's a freeway running through the yard and I'm a bad boy 'cause I don't even miss her. I'm a bad boy for breaking her heart and I'm free falling. All the vampires walking through the valley. Move west down Ventura Boulevard and all the bad boys are standing in the shadows. All the good girls are home with broken hearts. And I'm free. I'm free falling. I want to glide down over Mulholland. I want to write her name in the sky. I want to free fall out into nothing. Gonna leave this world for a while 'cause I'm free falling. Free falling. Free falling.
That was so cool. Thank you so much.
Oh yes, no problem.
That was seriously one of the coolest things that we didn't plan that ever happened. That was so cool.
Because you don't have to. A poem is a poem. A song is a song. It's like when you people, they literalize things. It's like you gotta take it's the feelings. My heart that's reading it. It's not me reading it. It's you. I take myself out of the equation. And,
well, you know what's so cool about having you reading? So I've heard that song, hundreds of times because it's Tom Petty. But and I even like the John Mayer cover by that song is really cool. But as you performed it, I understood it better than I've ever even understood it. Mm-hmm. Which is
sometimes that's what spoken word does too.
Yeah, that was like
it slows it down a little bit for you.
Yeah, like I had never even fully understood it as well as when you just did it. That's amazing. Wow. Will you do one more? Because that was so cool. Will you do
another song?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
pick somebody else.
All right, that was so cool. We gotta do it one more time. Matt, did you see that? It was so cool to perform Free Fall, and that was so cool. All right, so let's do who should we do next? Yeah.
Kurt Cobain.
Kurt Cobain.
That one, I'm really looking forward to that one.
So let's do Nirvana lyrics. Yeah, because he was really cool.
So this is a great idea for an album, eh? Take rock songs.
That's why people come on the show.
Yeah.
That's why because they come here for great ideas. So run with it. I think that'd be so sick for you to reinterpret these songs.
We had an idea to do something with an artist. I won't mention it because we want to keep things under the hood. But because I grew up in Toronto, so a lot of people don't know. Like, I'm like heavy into rock and roll. Mm-hmm. My first album was Meatloaf, believe it or not.
Oh, right.
Like a bat out of hell.
Okay.
People don't know that about me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I listen to everything. I'm a rocker, hip hopper, jazz. I do it all.
Me too.
Yeah, because it's all music.
Yeah,
like if it's good,
absolutely.
it's good. I do country.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Hey, you should get with. There's a guy named Jason Aldean.
Okay.
That's out right now. And Luke Bryan. They got some good stuff.
Some stuff.
The production and the songwriting is so good in country.
Yes, it's true.
It's so good. Like the harmonies, the lyric. Country is just.
Well, I'm Jamaican. I was born in Jamaica. Jamaicans love country music.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't understand it, but they do.
That's interesting. Yeah. That's cool though. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen. We have Miss Karen Gibson Roc performing "Smells Like Teen Spirit" from Nirvana.
Nice.
Matt, check this out. This is so cool.
Nice. Ooh, yes. Load up on guns and bring your friends. It's fun to lose and to pretend. She's overboard and self-assured. Oh no, I know a dirty word. Hello, hello, hello. How low? Hello, hello, hello. With the lights out, it's less dangerous. Here we are now. Entertain us. I feel stupid and contagious. Here we are now. Entertain us. A mulata, a mulatto, an albino, a mosquito, my libido. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm worse at what I do best, and for this gift I feel blessed. Our little group has always been and always will until the end. Hello, 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 hello. With the lights out, it's less dangerous. Here we are now, entertain us. I feel stupid and contagious. Here we are now, entertain us. Mulatto and albino, mosquito, my labito. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I forgot just why I taste. Oh, yeah. I guess it makes me smile. I found it hard. It was hard to find. Oh, well, whatever. Never mind. Hello, 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 how low? With the lights out, it's less dangerous. Here we are now, entertain us. I feel stupid and contagious. Here we are now, entertain us. A mulatto, an albino, a mosquito, my libido, a denial, a denial, a denial, a denial. Hello, 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 how low?
I bet you Kurt Cobain right now is like, damn, that was cool. It's so cool to hear these songs in a completely different spoken word because you're performing it.
Yeah,
You're
and then I have my flow.
Yeah.
Which is, when I do, it kicks in for me, whatever I'm reading, and then certain words and certain phrases I get like I wanna like I get like crazy when I'm reading certain things. Yeah, like when I start doing stuff like doing more of my hip hop stuff, I have to be careful not to turn into Mr.
Ross.
Yeah, yeah, and like get up on the mic, and I've been known to like spit on the mic and be real like right up on it and everything. Yeah. When I did Def Poetry Jam, I did Def Poetry Jam.
Nice.
I was so engrossed in what I was doing. I had my eyes closed. When I opened, my chin was on top of the microphone.
Oh, right.
And I think that's one of the reasons they didn't air me. I never got aired because they couldn't cut. Because
they couldn't hear you.
I got lost in the whole thing.
In the moment.
In the moment, yeah. And it was what I was saying. The room was still. You could have dropped a pin up in that joint.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it has been a true pleasure to have Karen Gibson Roc on the show today. A true creative, a true artist, a poet, spoken word performer, entrepreneur. Make sure to go to KarenGibsonRoc.com, as we spoke about earlier in the program, as well as her bags rock sack that's available on Etsy.com. That's ETSY.com. You can also get all of her music on iTunes,
yes,
which is probably the most universal place at this point to purchase music. Which will benefit her, her husband, her child, and her career moving forward.
Yes.
Yeah, good luck on your documentary. Thank you so much for being here. It really was a fun experience today, and having you do Tom Petty and Nirvana at the end was truly the icing on the cake. That was so
fun.
Cool.
That was fun.
Is there anything else that you would like to leave us with before we depart ways?
Just for everybody out there, don't let anybody tell you what you can and cannot do. Don't let them tell you have to do something at a certain age. You can start where you are now, and use the internet. Like, believe in that. Believe in spirits coming together organically, and that there's real energy out there, and that you can attract what you need to do whatever it is you're choosing to do with your life. Yeah.
Wise words from Karen Gibson Roc. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Thanks for being on the show today.
It was
really a privilege.
Oh, James, I had a blast.
It's a lot of fun.
Really.
Well, guys, make sure this show is available as you're watching now on LA Talk Live, also Ustream, also YouTube, and all the U's that exist. There's all kinds of U's out there, but it's available for broadcast. So make sure to check out the show. Support Karen, support the show. LA Talk Live, where we are more than just talk. Thank you. See you next week.
She has always
already become. She attaches herself to the wind, stitching time together. She has every eye that looks and sees beyond the veil of illusion. And when sadness sits on her doorstep, she smiles again and 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 again. Awakened by the night, the morning seemed far.
You are now
Awakened
tuned
by the
into
night.
LA Talk Live. We're more than just talk. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned.
Seemed far away, yet within sight.